Hello, welcome back. We are continuing diving through astrology 2 degrees at a time. We're looking at symbolism, truth, insight, storylines, psychological profiling. Each of the 360 degrees in the zodiac are unique. Thanks for being here. Hello, new subscribers. I appreciate all of you. If you are new here and would like a little bit more on what's this all about, there are 2 videos in the description. One is on crystal wisdom. It talks about, what am I talking about with the crystals? And the other is the very beginning of this series on the Sabian degrees. There's a quick little video there that can give you a heads up on what's this all about. Without further ado, let's get into Virgo and Pisces 17. We're going to begin with Virgo today. Here we go. A volcanic eruption, another way to say that. Lava flows into the sea, creating a new land. An old bald woman talking to her dog. A scientist discovers the secret of time travel. In the far north, sailors come to an uninhabited island that is strangely warm. The stone here is Apache tear. It absorbs negative energy. It is a powerful healer of grief. It gives us strengthening, purifying. It is grounding. It protects against negative or parasitic energies. It helps us maintain a positive attitude by understanding the value of life's ups and downs. It promotes forgiveness, increases spontaneity. This is one of those degrees, something's got to give. The volcanic eruption. Coming from within, what karmically is within that needs to be released, releasing the fires within. So yesterday we had outward confrontation, the children looking at the orangutan. Here it's coming from within. Something has got to give. The old bald woman talking to her dog. As a child, the old woman was one with her animal instinct, but over time, intellectualizing, objectifying, being in the world, she forgot it. It was overlaid with overthinking. Now she's older. Here she's bald, and bald is described as freed of overthinking, freed of overlays. And now she talks to her dog, and her dog talks back, and they understand each other completely. So it's a strong sense of being in tune with animal instincts from within. Also, I think the lava and the volcanic eruption can just be spontaneous. The Apache tear tells us that. When we are spontaneous, we just let things flow, let our instincts come on out. We may surprise ourselves, we may surprise others, but that's what's buried deep, and whatever comes out today, really pay attention to it. It's important here. It's coming from deep within. It's been repressed and needs out. And when we have grief, Apache tear is talking about grief, when we're upset about things, if we hang on to them in our bodies, it can turn into illness. It can inhibit us from being spontaneous. We can miss subtle messages, definitely, but even when opportunities come up outwardly, we're going to miss them. So if we have a loss, even during the loss, we need to understand that there's something to be gained from it, and to really release the pain. Here, let it out, let it out, let it out. Those scenes of Italian women crying and wailing on the seashore because they lost someone, just crying and crying and crying until they can't scream anymore. I think that's what we're talking about here. And the Apache tears got their name from Apache women crying and crying and crying over the loss of their warrior husbands. So it's leaning into grief and really feeling our grief, really letting it out in an explosive way, helps to keep us from getting sick, helps us open up our mind to what is next. When major endings happen, that means major beginnings are happening. And if we have a clear mind, we're better able to make proper decisions. So properly grieving, properly allowing ourselves to let it out. The scientists talking about time travel, when we go back to past memories and we feel something strongly, that might be what comes up. It may not be the loss of a spouse or a pet or a job. It may not be major, but it could also just be touching back to memories. If we touch on something that was really painful, really feel it. Let it out. It's a form of healing, and it's a form of time travel, and that we can go back to the past. We can really feel something that should have been felt, but maybe we didn't, and we buried it, thinking it would go away. It doesn't go away. You have to really experience things. And then we can move forward, grounded, free, lighter. Taking off the mask of the ego, even if you're doing it in a closet. Go somewhere where you can grieve. The ego keeps the emotions under wraps as long as it can, trying to hold together a facade. That's all it is a facade. And we need to let it out here. So go beyond the ego. If you can't let it all hang out where you are, go somewhere where you can. And time travel is knowing that we can do it, realizing that we are not stuck in one timeline marching. We all have that illusion because we're all dreaming the same dream at times, but we all have the ability to go to different places. We do it in our dreams all the time. We can do it in a lucid dream during the day. We can do it when a memory pops up, when a song comes on and it brings us back to 1976. It can happen through scents, smells. They bring us back. We can step off the track. So we don't have to obey a time rule. According to H.G. Wells, it's the fourth dimension. That's what he says. I read his book. If you're interested, that free audiobook is right here. Check it out. The Time Machine. So memories and primitive cravings touching into our animalistic natures. What are you craving? What do you feel you must have? If something strong comes up today, really pay attention to it. Let's take a look at Pisces. An Easter parade or an Easter promenade. People dressed in a vivid array of colors come together to celebrate spring. A kangaroo and her baby who looks out from her mother's pouch. Getting on his hands and knees, a man uses a piece of white chalk to draw a circle around himself. Someone helping a distraught woman open to angelic love. The stone here is yellow apatite. It promotes charisma, learning, successful business ventures. It helps support the endocrine system, aids in weight loss. It releases fear and encourages faith. It gives us mental clarity, strength of will. It helps us manifest, brings a sunny, spiritual energy to our aura. It inspires hope and passion for life, instills self-worth and self-confidence. Let's start with the kangaroo, the baby in the pouch, because to me that is the main theme of this degree. So it's a kangaroo, she's got a new baby, and the baby's in the pouch. Kangaroos are born and they jump right back into the pouch. And there are nipples in the pouch. And the baby continues nursing for quite some time. So it is a slow birth process to enlightenment here, embracing that idea that things will unfold in right time. I'm getting where I'm going and I'm safe. The kangaroo mother is to be looked at in two ways. The universe is our mother. I always have what I need. I'm always protected. Mom is all around me. I'm safe. I can look at whatever I want. I can be curious. I can be shy. I can go to sleep if I want to. We're the baby in the pouch. And on the other hand, we are the eternal mother because we feel safe and we always have enough and we always have more. It promotes us being giving and nurturing. like a mother, like a universal mother. So, overarching theme for this particular degree in my mind. The man getting on his hands and knees and drawing a circle in chalk is the beginning to many magic rituals. So we're meant to embrace rituals. The Easter promenade, the Easter parade, being in tune with seasonal change, being in the flow. So even if you operate from the periphery, being in tune with nature. So either being in tune with nature or being in tune with society. They don't have to be exclusive. When we are listening to our animal nature from Virgo, we know what time it is. We follow our dreams. We follow the lead of our dreams. We follow the urgings when we hear something or we see a repeat, synchronicities. We tune into that and we flow with it. Following impulses is a form of following animalistic instincts. The more we do that, the less repression we have, the less we have to erupt. Embracing the new. Here, Easter is resurgence, being reborn, seeing ourselves in a new light, in a new way. So this is a time to say, hey, this is how I would like to operate during this next cycle. You see yourself with a white circle around you. Just say, this is what I am. This is what I'm going to be. And the fact that it is an Easter parade is saying that we do this ourselves. We see ourselves renewed. And don't be surprised when other people are renewed. We embrace renewal. Opening up to not only animal instincts, but angelic help coming to us. Angels speak to us when we meditate, when we're dreaming. They catch us when we take in a little quiet time. So try to maybe have a little quiet time today to take in spiritual love, spiritual guidance. This degree has an intuitive sense of what it needs to protect itself. If you don't feel that, maybe sit with that today. How can I do that? How can I feel confident and sure and safe enough to come out anew? On Virgo, we're talking about embracing our animalistic instincts. Here we're talking about being in tune with the dark mother within. She's always with us. So tuning into the dark mother here. Virgo here has a broad perspective on existence. It sees beyond limits. But most people are attached to limits. So we can feel isolated and different, alien, but know that we are always connected. We're always protected by our animal instincts. We are always protected by dark mother within. We have to be careful when we say what we say. This degree has a lot of knowledge because they can see beyond. They have a broad perspective on existence and right timing, the right way we say things is how we get our point across if it's the right time. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. Give me a like if you're enjoying these. Subscribe for more symbolism in astrology, truth, insight. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these symbols. Which of them is speaking to you the loudest here? And take care until next time.